It's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. My love, I'm gone. I need to be strong. The darkness had tried to swallow me. Some things I fall, but I hear your call. I pray I don't hit the ground. Gravity. 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 Gravity.
Get up. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now. Pick your body till you black out. So get the fuck up. Cause we gon' light up this place. We got that business for days. Tokyo GA from the outer space. So cover and dock, you're out of luck. We don't give up. Yeah, we're going up. Next floor is us. You're riding with us. Get up. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now. Pick your body till you black out. So get the fuck up.
fucking loud. Oh, that's off. We got this. We got this. Fat fingers. How's it going? Wonder if I can get that lower. I've also got like too many things going on in the background, I guess. The F is okay. Things are not going so hot here. Tech hour starting at your leisure. Okay, so there is a shit ton of windows that do not need to be open here, is what I'm figuring out. So let's just close all of these right now. That we can close. All right, we're down to the minimum windows. We got this. Okay. No, please do not start another song for me. I will turn on this generic mix of garbage. Oh, I like this song. So how's everybody doing? How's it going? Here, I'll put the viewers on. Boom! It shows a 0 at the start, and you feel like an idiot. You're like, I'm streaming to nobody, which is kind of how it is sometimes when you start, and so that's how she goes. We got some Mason Roberts. He's doing some fun stuff, you know. We got the Lando Lakes version. We gotta talk about flat Earth Lando Lakes theory. Okay, so we'll get back to that. We've also got some flat earthers believing anything that they hear and calling us sheep while doing it. That's always grand. And you know, we got a little bit of that going on. So stick around, pull up a chair. Let this smooth sound of this sexy beaver just kind of soothe your ear holes. Brainless Steel NL, how's it going? Kenneth Schultz, how you doing? Surf, R. McDud, Ragical, good to see you, buddy. Mr. Andret, Nikki Daly, Sifty K minus. You guys gotta yell at me if my sound's shitty. Beaver Starship SN5 just successfully fired without exploit. Minus, good to see you, buddy. I'm glad that I could finally stream early enough to see you grace us. Not that you don't like wake up in the middle of the night. You're like, you got one eye open. You're like, yay! No, Minus is a good guy. Thanks. I always appreciate you, buddy. Craven Reese. Ooh, that's a name that goes alongside Craven Mordick. You guys could get to know each other. Those names are very similar, except his is memical, and yours might be actually your name. So, not to like, but nice name. I like Craven. Craven's a good name. It's a powerful name. It makes me think of, isn't that Craven the crow? They're like the one that they did in The Simpsons with Bart was like the crow that was driving Homer insane. Wasn't that Craven something or other? So everybody's gonna beat me up for not remembering what this is. It's an author, right? Right? We got this. Hey, Craven Mordick is there. There you go, buddy. Critical Cripple, how you doing, buddy? Mick Toon, good to see you. Jackalope Herdmaster, Glober Bomb, Black Swan, the Black Swan. I'm actually not a day late for a change. Well, that's because I'm not on at like 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 or 1 and 3 in the morning for a change, which is usually the way it goes down. Basic trigonometry, I did see your question, and yes, it does look like a pile of turd, but if you look carefully, if you look very, very, very closely, it's a beaver that's ready for warfare. So that beaver's ready to kick some ass. I'm telling you, he's got like a mallet in his hand. He's ready to just take on the world. But in retrospect, it looks like a tiny little coiled up piece of poo. And I've noticed that too. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, also Brain and Beavers Way Off Topic Radio has only 25 subscribers. Only if you want to listen to me shoot the shit about whatever, basically. So yeah, thank you for linking that, Jackalope. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, Way Off Topic Radio. We stream most Saturdays. It is work and life contingent in a lot of cases. Frank, my podcast partner, is often called off to emergency wiring problems because he's an electrician. And I am often just lazy. No, that's actually not true. Sometimes it's just like anything. The day runs late. You just don't have the time. All of a sudden, I'm like... I think more often than not, he doesn't show up on time, and then I just say, that's it. Yeah, so that's nice. If you guys want to hear some shooting the shit, it's really just a lot of, like, not, like, talking about... It's a lot of fun, really, if you, like, just... I mean, if you like me, I guess. So, I mean, I don't know. My wife might not even tune in if that's the case. That's not true. We've been hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. So, moving along... I'm making sure I'm caught up. All good, man. Yeah, brainless. Good to see you, buddy. You sound shitty. Just kidding. Nice. Like it. I was like, what? I gotta start playing with lavers and shit. Let me know if the music's too loud, if the ratio's off. You guys can make suggestions, okay? This is about your ear holes as well as mine, okay? Are you going to get a mocap suit so you can motion capture yourself as an actual beaver? That'd be badass. I think we're talking about a lot of money at this point. I have only motion tracked some windows. Like I put, as you can see, if you go to my community section, everybody, feel free to do that ever. But if you do go to the community section, you take a peek at that, what you will see is you'll see that, man, my computer's being a little slow right now. You know, I should just close this third virtualizer. It's killing the computer. It's a little better. So if you go to the community section, you will see an image I posted that is literally out of video. It's right out of the episode I'm working on right now. And it's like basically the premise is, what do they expect to see inside that window when they're filming whatever. It's a 911 office, so it's a bunch of housewives sitting in there on their night shifts or whatever, and you know, like it's just old desks with computers on them and women sitting at chairs. Like what? So there's essentially, the joke is there's a Breaking Bad scene. It's in the window, but I did. It probably took, I could have done it a lot quicker, and frankly, I still didn't do it right, so I'm still learning. But it took like all day to figure out how to like insert Breaking Bad into the window while still keeping the flyers on the window, which is really cool because the flyers and the background move at a different speed because I tracked the background, and I had the Breaking Bad move at the speed of the background, but the front images, you know, the posters on the glass stay right where they should be because they're completely motion tracked. So the idea is, the perception you get is that as he's looking through the window and backing up and walking along, you essentially get the image of the stack of money in the Breaking Bad storage closet, where she's got the gigantic like brick of like pallet-sized brick of money, and she's like, what do we even do with all this money? I can't launder it all. So it's like, oh my god, look what Josh Abrams just found. Like, these people wasting. And then they accuse the people who call the police of being the ones wasting taxpayer money. Like, I feel like there's a cause and effect that's occurred here that led you into the police are here because you can say it's because that person called the police, but it's actually because you're a douche canoe is the reality. So they're an infuriating bunch. We're getting our own form here in Canada, but our laws are a little different, and we don't have some of these sweeping amendments that kind of allow people to be people sometimes. So you can see it as a good thing or a bad thing, but I can almost promise you a lot of the stuff that they do, they get arrested for here, at the very least for disturbing the peace. Anyways, that said, should be a fun video. It's about the lightheartedness of it. We don't want to get too serious here at the Brainy Beaver channel, because then if we're getting too serious, I mean, what's life about if we're not gonna just laugh at ourselves? But since we are talking about laughing and having a good time, and whoop, that button didn't do anything. That's not working. Planet. So anyways, this button is working though. So let's start with what everybody showed up for in the title, I guess. This is very brief, but we're gonna start with it. We're gonna drop the bomb early. Everybody can leave after that. I'll just know if you like me or not, or if you were just here for the information. It's just a spike down. Anyways, coffee. Oh, that's the stuff. So, yes, Nathan Roberts. We're gonna turn this music down. We're gonna listen to Nathan Roberts. We're gonna let him go deep and hard. That is not a pun that it was intended to be used, everybody. So you could take that as you want to. Do what you will with it. I'm sure that Craven's already in the comments saying something disgusting. Of course, I'm in the future a little bit by like 15 or 20 seconds, so I'll get his disgusting comment in like 30 seconds or something like that. He's like, I'll tell you something you can do with. He's like, I'll back that up. I'm too predictable now. don't take live too seriously. Nobody gets out alive anyways. Don't take life. Oh, don't take live. Oh, I see what you've done there. I like it. Unless you meant to use life, at which point it works both ways. I just say, yeah, that's it. It's live. Yeah, I meant that one that way. So we got Nathan Roberts. He says a lot of dumb things. We're going to let him start with one of the dumber things that I've ever seen in my life. And I just want you all to join me. Join me for this. Please join me. Okay? There's only 42 people. Maybe I should wait. I tempted you.
Quick about this Land O'Lakes packaging. As you can see, the pretty female Indian lady, which was used to be on the packaging, is no longer there. So-called because of racism. But we know that all mankind.
You could argue that she was Native American because Indian is actually technically a different thing, but we're not getting into the SJWs of things right now or the particulars of nomenclature. We're going to let him keep going because this nugget, this blossomed turd is so good. You guys have no idea.
Kind is one race made in the image of God. And despite there not being a pretty female Indian lady on the packaging, of which I'll quickly point out that the water is flat and raises upwards towards eye level. That is impossible on a spinning globe Earth, but on a flat, still Earth.
I showed this to my wife, and at that exact moment I looked back at her, and she just went, "It's a cartoon." It's like, thank you. But hey, listen, guys, listen. That water raises to eye level. It doesn't matter that it's a cartoon and not actually a real picture because they always accuse us of using CGI. But he'll say, listen, this is based on real observations. Okay, we observed this to be the reality. But I just wanted you all to enjoy that with me. The epicness of his flat Earth discovery. What the hell? I thought that was
makes a lot of sense.
I actually thought that was a problem in my editor when I got one of those little anomalies, but I guess he's got like a little shine in his image here, see? Yeah. Anyways, I keep closing out.
Birth, but
yeah.
on a flat
So we're gonna let him to finish this little
But
titty.
regardless, there is no pretty Indian lady on here, and despite that being the case, these cookies taste amazing. But if for some reason Land O'Lakes wishes to put a pretty black, Indian, Asian, white even, or maybe all of them on there, this butter is still gonna work great for these cookies. Or just leave it without, doesn't matter.
What are we talking about, Nathan? I will admit that I had such a good time with the fact that he brought up flat Earth when we were talking about frickin' butter packaging that I guess I didn't continue forward. Now I'm realizing that had I continued forward, I'd have realized that he makes no sense here. So I get that he's getting into a racism discussion, but I don't understand. It's like he's making both points at once.
Matter to me, as long as these
Somebody tell me if I've gotten this wrong somehow. Like if I'm not seeing this.
cookies turn out good. But the point being that
He's a greasy boy? Oh my god, don't worry. That's I was gonna bring this up, okay?
we are all one.
Oh, those are Foo Fighters. You're right. Radical. Those are Foo Fighters. Those are Nathan's own little Foo Fighters. They follow him around wherever he goes.
Race made in God's image. And while there's many ethnicities, racism is a lie. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. God bless you guys. Bye.
Okay, well, the one that triggered me to pay attention to him again was this the other day. Apparently, I've been a longtime follower of Nathan, and I didn't have that bell ticked. I can assure you that this has changed. That bell is ticked, boy, because Nathan's dropping bombs. He's dropping bombshells like you wouldn't believe. The new thing, and I think you guys have seen it, is religious, which really should be the target of my video. Of an upcoming video is like he's trying to claim religious exemption from masks. So I have to talk to Team. I know Team was actually I believe, unless I'm mistaken, so sorry Team if I'm actually wrong here, but I believe that Team was actually a fairly religious person at one point. And I think like like is fairly informed on the Bible, if I'm not mistaken, even like that religious, but food fighters, nice. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay, so I will have to talk to him about that. But the thing is, I've been needing to talk to somebody who knows their religion. But here's the thing. Unless there's probably somebody in this audience that can tell me, anybody watching it after the fact, leave a comment even. I'm very interested. But is there anywhere in the Christian, any of the Christian forms of religion, let's say, that precludes you from wearing a face covering? My understanding of the Bible is that there is not anything that precludes a Christian from wearing a face covering. Now, we all know that, well, I don't know the verses and I don't know the rules specifically, but I believe we all know that we have Muslim, Muslim lit women that need to cover their face. I'm not exactly sure what the exact religious denomination is that needs to do this, or if there's a specific category within. That will be my ignorance, I'll admit it. But that said, we're all aware of that situation. But what I'm not aware of is anything that precludes you from wearing a face covering if you want to. First of all, my wife had a good point. This is going to make winter awfully goddamn hard up here if I can't wear something that covers my face, because I'm going to tell you right now, I do not live in the Arctic. I live very close to America. In fact, McToon is really only a 6-hour drive away. He's a hop, skip airplane ride away. And it's not like he's in another world, okay? And I am literally 2 hours from the U.S. border. It gets so cold here at times, your skin will freeze within minutes. Unless you're wearing, something that maybe covers your face. If it gets really bad, you might get one of those things where just your eyes are poking out. We get on snow machines where we put a helmet over top of that and we breathe into the front of it and we leave a little crack in our visor so the air can mix in there and you get a little fresh air while you're bombing along on the snow machine. So like, I just don't know of any rule that we have, like, and I'm technically Anglican when I say we, so I'm not really religious myself, not practicing, but I have been, oh God, my mind went blank. What's the word? Dropped a little water on my head. Baptized, that's the one. So I was sitting there screaming. Some old man came up and went, oi, 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 oi. Isn't that the song that... Okay, I'm thinking of a song in my head here, but I can't think of what it'd be named. I was memeing. I was memeing in my head, okay? Sorry, you came on that journey with me. Christian fundies that argue against medical treatment would argue against masks. Still wrong. Oh, no. Like, we're not getting into whether they're right or wrong. They're effing wrong. Put on a goddamn mask. But let's pretend, let's work within the confines of their argument just for a split second. This is the experiment. This is the mental practice we're going into. There are sects of Christianity that are against seeking medical attention, but masks, no. Funny enough, shavings and tattoos are against the law in the Bible. Shaving and tattoos? So all those cleaned up beavers are sinning everywhere. It's talking about me. You disgust me, people. First Incubus. Are you sure it kind of felt like USA is a whole different world these days? Well, the USA is a whole different world. Okay, listen, do you guys want to see a map of where Americans aren't allowed right now? Look at this. I apparently can't type right now, so you have to bear with me. I misspelled. Like, Google's like, do you mean like this? Fix every word in your sentence? It's like, yeah, that was it. That was the one. You got it, buddy. Hold on, I'm getting an image up here. Yep. American passports are worthless now, this article says. That's funny. I mean, it's only funny from a title standpoint. It's not funny. You get what I mean, I think. Right? That made sense, right? Fine then. Is there a way to make this full screen? I hate how it's like images, you gotta go right into the article now, which I guess was the entire purpose. Oh, here we go. Boom! Aw, you suck. I don't want to. Okay. Because I love you all, okay? This is the only reason I'm doing this for you. That is not it. Well, there's nothing over there. Sorry, New Zealand. Get out of here, New Zealand. You're out. New Zealand's out, everybody. Okay, just so you know. We're not recognizing New Zealand for a little bit. Because I said so. You're not on half the maps anyways, you know it. Listen, we're this close to just basically removing you from the country. We just need a mad scientist with a vendetta against Kiwi accents, okay? And listen, I've heard you guys laugh. That shit is coming. I'm just joking. Actually, I've been watching the shit out of Kiwis lately because I've been watching, like, if I am doing some free time-esque things or cooking, or you know how we all use our phones now, pooping, probably, let's face it. I have been watching a lot of Viva La Dirt League. It's been funny shit. Like they are absolutely funny people.
Oh,
this is a fucking making of. Here, it's just, like, we're gonna jump through, like, one, like, they've been doing this, like, now they've gone into first-person logic, or first-person shooter logic. It's like...
Go join the rest of the unit!
It's like they...
Friend, I'm supposed to be emotionally invested in you.
Best friends forever, am I right?
Right.
It's a first-person shooter game, and, like, you're the character. Like, when he first shows up, the funniest thing to me, and I'm getting out of games at this exact moment, but look at...
Oh, it's me? Oh, okay.
I like that moment when you start playing a game and it just, like, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm in control now. Because you're watching cinematics the whole time. Anyways, they're pretty funny. They've got this whole series that's, like, called Bored, where they have, like, it's like a... Oh, shit, I clicked on the wrong thing. Close player. They've got, like, an entire, like, work...
Oh, shit. Okay, we need to do this by the book.
Oh, what do I do?
Like, this Rowan guy, the boss, like the supervisor, is a complete, like, he's like a complete psychopath or something. Like, he makes him fill out, like, in this. You should go watch it because it is funny, guys. It's Viva La Dirt League. Viva La Dirt League. Exactly how you'd think that would be spelled. It's right there. Right. Oh, covered in. Look at right here. So like, they are funny shit, and all it is like, I'm not gonna play it. I was like where is it? Get in there. He's having him fill out.
Not much better. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, it's run out of ink. Is there no more ink?
He's like, just smear it with your blood. The injured area. So it's honestly completely worth watching. But anyways, back to what we came for. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, go watch that shit. That shit is funny. Aw. There it is. I found it. Okay, so Kiwis, you're out. Okay, so here you can see an old map and a new map of what coronavirus has done to your passport. This is not Americans' fault. This is coronavirus's fault, okay? We all know who to blame for this. This is squarely in the hands of coronavirus, okay? Anyways, all jokes aside, yeah, this is a shitty map to look at, isn't it? Like, it's crazy. Kiwis say deck and mean it sound and make it sound dirty. Dick. Yeah, well, we've all seen that trailer, the dick stain. Their NPC series is amazing. Yeah, it's funny stuff. Start drinking sanitizer. I can handle it. I can handle it. I got lots of bleach around here, guys. I'll find it. Don't worry. What are we listening to? I've loaded up alternatives just for these occasions. Oh. We'll give it one more chance. Epic NPC, man. Just a girl. Oh, man, they're so funny. Like, one of the ones is, like, Rowan. The girl comes in and super hot chick comes in. The one that's been in a few of their things. And, she, like, goes to talk to the two guys, and as soon as she starts to talk, it's just like, wah, 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 wah. Like, it goes all blurry, and you can see they're, like, mesmerized by her. And then at that moment, Rowan comes over and, like, helps her, and the whole time they're watching, they're, like, amazed that he can, like, talk to this hot chick. And, he serves her and everything. She asks for his number, and he gives her the Playtech number, not, like, realizing or just not giving her his number. She leaves being like, you know, like, oh, you know, I got the Playtech number. She wanted his number. And then they like look over like, Rowan, how did you do that? And he's on the ground twitching. Like he's having a seizure, and they're like, yeah, that makes sense, actually. There you go. Like, they were wondering how he was able to conjure up the energy to talk to this girl. And when it was done, it was like it absorbed every bit of him, and he was on the ground just having... And I thought it was actually, like, just being a man, you know, like, attracted to women, which I guess that... I shouldn't get into that kind of topic. But yeah, like, it's... I knew how he felt, okay? We become overwhelmed at times. Please hit the like button. Streamlabs, you know what? You're a great supporter, Streamlabs. I think that Streamlabs has got a really good point, so if you're in here and you haven't hit it, you should do that. But as we move forward, because I am talking, but I really want to hear Nathan Roberts talk a bit more. So we're going to go back to this one right here, because this is the one that caught my attention the other day, and I guess I didn't realize it was 33 effing minutes long, so I probably should have wrote down some timestamps, but I guess I was shaving and didn't really realize how much time it went by. So here we are. But we'll let him get the premise out.
Hopefully you're having a good Saturday night evening. It is now, what is it? July 25th in the mad year of 2020.
Woo!
And I want to talk about mandatory face
The year that will go down in infamy as the year that could be literally wiped off the face of the earth. Did you guys hear there's a new swine flu coming? Or not necessarily coming, but there is a new swine flu. And the old swine flu, you can look this up, is actually part of the annual flu now because these diseases have a natural tendency to become more infectious, but as they do it, they become less dangerous. So over time, it just became part of the regular flu season, and here we are in a world where H1N1, or that's the zombie one maybe, I don't know. Whatever what the frickin' flu was in the end, the swine flu was in the end, it's actually part of the annual flu vaccination that you get every year, or some people do. I don't, only because I don't tend to get the flu, and I don't know. I guess I probably should. But if I don't get the flu, then I don't know. That's probably going to change as I get older, let's face it. You get more and more danger zones starts occurring. Maybe I'm an asymptomatic carrier. Let's face it, COVID has made us think about a lot of the behaviors that we had before a little bit differently, okay? But all I was getting at is the H1... keep trying to use the zombie one, I think. H1Z1. No, the N1 is the swine flu, I think. The H1N1 is part of the annual flu vaccination, and it is part of the annual flus that are passed around. Now, you would think that would give us some level of resistance against this new form of swine flu that has started to rear its head in China. Also in the same form of, like, number of people that work with pigs that have started to become infected with it. Like, it's started to make that jump where it makes the jump to humans. So, swine flu... As in pigs can fly. Nice. Swine flu. FLEW. I like it. So you'd think that would give us a resistance against the new swine flu. No. You see, this one is based off of a gene that we've only just started breeding into our pigs in the last few years. I don't know if it's like the last 10 years or whatever. But what this has done is now our immune system just doesn't know what to do with that specific swine flu that is based off of this gene, I guess. So it's like they listed the H1N1. N1's the M1. N1, yeah, it's N1 because the Z1 is the zombie one. Anyways, shoot him in the head. I watched a lot of The Walking Dead. I got out of it halfway through. But, yeah. So, the thing is, you know, we actually have no resistance against this new swine flu that's kind of started to percolate a little bit in the world. So, I guess we'll see again, won't we? Wouldn't it be kind of... My wife had this point. Wouldn't it be kind of neat? Well, neat's a subjective term, I guess. It depends on how you approach this conversation, I suppose. But wouldn't it be kind of like great, I suppose, in some ways, if this like very deadly, by the way, so I'm not trying to downplay COVID in any way, please. This very deadly COVID-esque disease that we have going on here. COVID-esque. It is COVID. What if this like very deadly but not super deadly thing prepared us. Like all of a sudden society was at this point where we were wiping our hands and we got used to wearing the masks and we were just starting to kind of behave a little differently. What if that prepared us for like the realities of a future where all of a sudden we've got another wave of something far more deadly? Because again, and I'm gonna end this little tiny rant on this right now. If you look up cytokine storms, that's what you need to look up. Cytokine storms, flute, nice. Yeah, that's the stupidity that's spreading around the world. If you look up cytokine storms, what you need to realize is that young people, the stronger immune system, the more likely you are to have a cytokine storm. And a cytokine storm is literally your own immune system overreacting and attacking yourself. So this thing where they say, I have an immune system, I have God's immune system, it knows how to react, it can take care of me, I have a strong immune system. Well, that's great. That strong immune system might actually be what fucking ends you in the end. So like, just because you have a strong immune system, that doesn't mean things don't go wrong. And the thing is, like, okay, so I watch this channel. I'll show you another neat channel. You guys want to see a neat channel? There's 58 people watching. Hit the like button if you haven't. I'm gonna show you a neat channel, okay? This is Chubby Emu, and I don't know if anybody doesn't watch it. I'm gonna find a link here. Or I'm gonna get a new window open so I don't have to destroy that one. It's Chubby Emu, okay? And this is topical, I promise, okay? Okay, so this is the thing. It's actually got a chubby-legged emu. Like, no joke. That's it. Chubby emu. And he has really cool videos, okay? If you go way back in his catalog, it's like he has like weightlifting videos and stuff because he was like young, actually. He's probably younger than me. And he's figuring out what he, like, yeah, back here, he's got like weightlifting stuff and everything. But then all of a sudden he went to medical school and started doing these medical videos. Oh my God, they're really awesome. Like here, I'll just dig one out here. A chef ate gas station nachos for dinner. This is what happened to his limbs. That's a weird one. Here, let's find, like, one of them was neat, was like student ate leftover potato salad. See, like this is an example of, like, just to show you real quick, because we're not going to steal his content, but what I would like to do is showcase him a little bit for people who have never seen this channel, because this is a really neat channel, okay?
A girl ate leftover potato salad for lunch.
Okay, now that's got some audio I don't want to get triggered on because I'm willing to bet he pays for some sort of audio service. But essentially, he has these things where, like, you know, she ate some potato salad for lunch and her dad had told her how delicious it was. And
she started noticing that she had trouble with balance, writing.
So, like, later she's having problems. Next thing you know, she's having issues. End up at the hospital.
Swollen. She was clearly jaundiced, as evidenced by the
So what happens is she ends up going, like, jaundice, and she gets so jaundiced.
Copper presence in blood. But where did this copper come from? She ate potato.
So he goes, in this one, he goes through and explains they like the multiple trips to the doctor. Her eyes start turning freaking green at some point because there's so much copper in her blood.
If the liver is failing, this ammonia spills into the body and goes to the brain. This brings us to the question, does CG...
So, like, it starts, like, turning her... the whites of her eyes start going green and shit. And like...
mental status.
So, anyways, what it explains, where I'm going with this, the reason I came into this, okay? And they finally figure out what the problem is, and she's... Okay, so what happened is when he cooks... Where is it? Wonder if I can find the spot where I'm just trying to find the cooking pots. It was like, where's the copper coming from, right? So, okay, so what it was in the end is all I'm getting at. Okay, so the problem she was experiencing, she had all these multiple problems where she almost died, frankly, and they end up solving it in the end and helping her. Ah, there, here.
Foods, again, using copper, new liver, and support from her family. With a father who learned to never pickle foods again, using copper containers, or really just use anything copper at all. With
You shouldn't cook with copper! If you have these old antique pots and you have copper pots, you shouldn't freaking cook with them. Because he explains in here, like, and I couldn't find it. I really wish I could.
if too much copper is her problem. Is explaining everything that is happening to CG copper from her body? Maybe, because copper likes to react with oxygen and it does.
So it explains how when he pickles the pickles, it sucks the copper out of the copper because of a chemical reaction. He explains the chemical reaction, and it sucks the copper right out of the cooking pots. And then what happens, okay, so that would not be a big problem for most people. This is where this was all leading to, okay? So for most of us, you, me, and whatever, this wouldn't be, you know, just get something better to look at. I don't know. Whatever. This wouldn't be a big problem, except he explains how she has this rare one in tens of thousands of people or whatever, where they have like this gland that's undeveloped and it's not secreting the right amount of this, you know, like, you know, protein or you know, enzyme or something. So she's unable to process copper as well as the normal person who's functioning properly. So here's this tiny thing that's never really caused her a problem. They said in the past, you know, if she got too much copper, I mean, how much copper do you really get? We don't cook with copper. We don't eat copper. We get a little bit of copper probably in our water pipes, but you know, a lot of buildings now even use plastic, PEX and shit. So, so anyways, so basically, I see that apparently it's okay as long as you don't do acidic foods, but that's something that, I mean, I never knew that shit. So, I mean, fair enough, right? But either way, so she never came into contact with enough copper for it to be a problem. But then all of a sudden, here she is in this situation where she's consuming food that had a chemical reaction with the pot. It's high in copper oxide, which again, most of us would just get an upset stomach and we'd move on, which her dad did get a bit of an upset stomach and he just went on with life and, you know, got better. But for her, it became this critical problem where she had this copper releasing in her bloodstream and it was causing like her to go jaundice and her kidneys and liver and things weren't functioning properly and it was all because she had this little tiny dysfunction that really had never been a problem for her. You wouldn't. Okay, so here's the bottom line of this. Would you say that she had an underlying health condition? Would that qualify as an underlying health condition, or would this be just somebody who has like, because okay, so at that point, like if when you get the flat earthers or the people that fluff it off as, oh, it's only the people with underlying health conditions, well, okay, so when you get into people with underlying health conditions, well, what does that qualify as? Because this would be an underlying health condition. She didn't know she even had it. In fact, it was such a minor health condition that it never even really caused a problem that she knew she had this health condition. But then you enter COVID or you enter something. Well, what happens if they know so little about it? What happens if it affects her gland even further? She releases even less of the enzyme or it inhibits her body's ability to do what it's been doing to try to adapt, because your body's really good at leaching things from here to help supply here. You know, it might degrade your bone quality to try to save your artery quality, you know, because, you know, if your arteries just fall apart and start leaking, you're going to die, but you might be able to survive a broken limb, you know, and it's trying to keep you alive. So it will literally rob. That's what his videos will teach you too. They're really cool. It'll teach you how like doing this for years was robbing things from there and it was causing weaknesses there. And they're like case files. He basically opens up like medical case files and then makes like, you know, a video based on the case file. So Chubby Emu, everybody, I would suggest if you've never seen him to go check him out. It's 1.5 million subscribers. It's honestly one of the better channels out there on YouTube, I think, personally, but that is a personal opinion. So that's it. Moving back to the dumb, let's get into this video that I have tempted a few times and we'll see if we can get him saying something.
Let me explain a little bit more about this.
Oh, that's the juice.
2020. And I want to talk about
the new racism, everybody.
This is the new racism. Let me explain a little bit more about this. So, I've already covered about the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and so I implore you to please go check that out. Know your rights. Understand what is required of every single business and public entity. Publicly owned or just a public entity, so if it's a government entity, that they are all required to abide by the Civil Acts right of 1964, whereby if they are a place of public accommodation, doesn't matter if they are private business or have private property, if they have public accommodation, they must adhere to the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which states that they are not allowed to discriminate or segregate based upon one's race, color, national origin, and
What the fuck are you doing in the background? Blending a goddamn margarita?
this is the kicker, religion. So just as much as if an Islamic person is required to wear
It's like the computer fan. It's like it's got his beard hair wound up in it.
a head covering, but for some reason the store policy.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so hold on. This is the meat of it, though. I gotta hear this, though.
So just as much as if an Islamic person is required to wear a head covering, but for some reason the store policy says that you cannot have a head covering that covers your face or the top of your head or whatever. The civil rights.
I guess. See, this is gonna be a video. I already kind of started making notes because this is the video that put him on my radar. So here's what I would say to this, okay? I guess, Nathan, if the stores started having a policy where you had to remove your head coverings, then you might have an argument. But since Christianity doesn't have any rules regarding you not wearing, or regarding you having to not wear something on your face, you're making a bad example. Like they're I will give you pickle your copper in cucumbers. It's safer. There you go. Pepper. That's awesome. Just know that your copper's been pickled. That's all. That's pickle your copper in cucumbers. That's so funny. Nathan, that's dumb. Okay, I'm just gonna sum that up. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this long-winded shit with you. That is stupid. Okay, because if you can show me where it tells me where it tells all of us that we're supposed to have been wearing or we're not allowed to wear a face covering, then I would be willing to have this discussion with you. But since they don't, it's an asinine example. You're just trying really hard to make it racism, which, if I remember correctly, that's what this was. This whole video was him like trying really hard to replace like examples of being forced to wear a mask with examples of denying black people entry to places, which is a legitimate issue. But it's like these examples are all so like because it's not the same. So it's always misses the mark. Every time he tried to make an example, I'm like, I don't know, man. It's kind of
Rights Act super
like, why don't you just put the fucking mask on and go pick up your goddamn pickles? No copper pots. Just buy the pickles or get iron pots or something.
superior.
It's like, gotta fight, eh? It's like working with a toddler. Can we get your jammies on? No. I don't want to put your jammies on anyways. I do want my jammies. Come back with the jammies in her hands. Please put the jammies on me. I was fucking wrong. It's like, okay, but only because you want me to, or only because I want to, whatever. I rabbit season, duck season myself. No child required.
The policy of the store, if that store is a place of public accommodation, which means that they must accommodate the Islamic person's religious belief that they need to cover their head and cover their face. Just the inverse, and or rather opposite, is true. So it applies also for those who, for whatever religious conviction or religious belief they have, that they don't want to wear a mask or shouldn't or should not be wearing a mask. That also applies to them. But there's no need to do any, exquisite justification before the court to explain your purpose and your reason for doing this for a religious reason. So you don't even have to do that. So that's why this is really important to understand. This isn't just about Christian.
That's ridiculous. That's like the whole thing of like trying to say, like they're trying to say, it's like a sovereign citizen argument essentially. It's like they don't have to wear the mask, and they also don't have to tell you why they don't have to wear a mask. That's my business. Like it's really, it's really stupid because it's like the whole thing of like, you know, like, you know, you should have called me whatever my pronoun is, and it's like, I'll call you whatever you want to be called, but just don't expect me to have known exactly what the pronoun was supposed to be. Just don't get insulted by it. I mean, for crying out loud. Now, if you've asked somebody to use your pronoun and they then continue to not use your pronoun, I think that you've got a valid argument to be a little pissy about it. But that's another conversation for another day. Not talking about that today. That is, yeah. Oh, Hans Wormhat was posting some shit today. That's fun. We can get back to that. That just reminded me because I suddenly started thinking about transvestitions. YouTube hates that shit. So I didn't want to say it if I could help it. It's a good way to get a yellow flag immediately. As soon as the eye sees it, it's like, whoa! My last stream stayed green. Apparently I was swearing like a drunken sailor, so I don't know.
Christians, this is about every religion, okay? So even as much as I do not agree with Islam and many other religions, and I don't believe that they are the way, the truth, the life, and that it will offer eternal hope to anyone other than Christianity, it is still...
Even though I think they got a right shit religion, and that... so cute. It's like, I got nothing against it. Drives the elbow in as hard as he can.
That person's own individual right to have those beliefs, as long as so much as though they do not infringe upon mine, and mine as well as vice versa. So that's why America, in many...
I bet. Now, the only problem with Nathan Roberts right now is he doesn't have a lot of content. Because, I don't know, I guess he got deleted maybe at some point? I mean, he's at 20.8 thousand subscribers, so either that or he hit a whole bunch of old content. But he's been around for a while, so he should have more content than that. The thing is, like, oh my god, you can't tell me that this douche canoe has not ripped about them being able to cover their faces in the past. You can't, I don't even believe, if you said it, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you at all, one little bit. But now, Buttercup here wants to not cover his face up because he's a bitch, frankly. Sorry, Nathan. Mwah. But hi Beth, how you doing? I'm glad I got to get on a little earlier for people. It was nice for a change. I got a little time to prepare today. Definitely got way too much shit to get done in my life. I don't know how about you guys, but summer is one of those things that is very tumultuous in a way. First of all, I'm busier than ever in the summer. So my members out there, if I have any left at this point, are very patient and loving people because they haven't got a member stream. But that said, I'm not going to have the kids for like 10 days right away, and I plan to utilize that to get a member stream or two in there, maybe saturate you a little bit. We can get some quiplash going on and have some fun. I'll try to see if Radical wants to come around, or we get some Dick and some people in there. Maybe we'll have a few real awesome hangouts with some other creators and stuff like that. And that said, yeah, so I'm trying. I'm catching up right now. I've gotten most of the paperwork done for my company. The work has started to slow down, so I mean, I'm rapidly getting, you know, I have freaking junkyard creating on my driveway from old furnaces and air conditioners. I'm trying to get to the dump, and I'm trying to create content for you fine folks. I've been working on some, I'm telling you. And the only reason I didn't stream yesterday is exactly this reason. I wanted time to look at the stupid. I wanted to absorb it, really get to know what kind of dumbness was going on out there so I could bring it, you know? Yeah, but...
He regards is so amazing.
Yeah, as soon as Buttercup here doesn't want to wear a mask, because he's a bitch, I said it twice, said it before, I'll say it twice. Now he's on side. He's like, we're cool, Muslims. We got this. You do you, boo. He's like, I don't believe for a second that this guy hasn't been like, I'll be damned. I don't know. I was trying not to give him a uniquely American accent. I've realized lately that I've been ripping on Texans a lot. Like if I try to do like a hillbilly accent, it has to be like Southern American. And here's the thing, it's not out of disrespect or lack of love, okay? It's because it's easier to do than a Canadian hillbilly. facts are facts, okay? Because I cannot do an East Coast accent. That shit is crazy, okay? I don't understand where they get that dialect from. Oh my God, Minus. Minus is a member as well. You're too kind, Minus. Dropping money on Canada Day. Man, I ate that pizza good, didn't I, though? That's so gross. Team did it recently, too. Team's eating pizza, pineapple pizza now. Listen, anybody who hasn't seen, we have this thing where, I think Andrew still need to change your name to Busy Beaver. No shit. Well, lately, anyways, winter's a lot slower, so I might just have to develop a bit of a multi-phased year here. $10, smash the like button. Thank you, Minus. I really appreciate it, sir. I don't even know what I was saying. This is why it's really an ADHD corner, is what this really is. It's me hanging out and exhibiting all of my symptoms to you, the people. Just like evaporates. If you leave a thought too long on my head, it's gone. Just melts into the ether. A Canadian hillbilly. Yes, that's what we were talking about. I don't know where that accent comes from. There's some hillbillies in Alberta. Okay, I got the pickles as requested, Brainy. You'll have to swing by the house and pick them up. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you, MC Toon. I'm getting, I got the motion tracking that I've been working on, so I'm gonna get that lady that was, like, getting upset at those girls for picking berries. I gotta try to see if I can find a way to make that animated, so when you guys order stuff, maybe I'll get her. Actually, that would be hilarious if she yells like the beaver. She's like, ah, like appears on the screen yelling. Yeah, you held it in better than Team. I didn't see Team eat it. Oh, that shit is terrible. If you're not a pineapple on pizza, it's a very polarizing topic. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, pineapple on pizza is right next to like the A word that ends in Ocean. Because, like, it's a contentious issue, you know. You'll have people that will literally fight you with a sharp object if you try to feed them pineapple pizza, okay? It is just a reality that people need to get used to. Surf loves pineapple pizza, but apparently still supports me, which is very kind. Yeah, it's very kind of you, sir. I see you've got that membership thing going on there. You make sure you're taking care of you, sir. If I understand, buddy. That goes for everybody out there. Anybody's got a membership or a Patreon or anything like that, or wants to donate money, it's always the same thing that Team Skeptic and Fight the Flat Earth say. Is that, listen, we're in a very odd time right now, okay? I think everybody's making a little less money. Some people are making more money, let's face it, I guess. But let's put it this way. You take care of you. I don't want to ever see somebody super chatting or donating towards me who needs to pay their rent or feed their kids or anything like that, okay? Because we all gotta help ourselves. Because if you don't help yourself first, you can't be there to help other people later. So let's just, I just have to say it. It makes me feel better to say that to you guys. I know it's kind of sappy, and I kind of do it every time we stream, but you know what? It has to be said because it is the reality. I do this because I enjoy it. You know, donations are great, and they definitely help support the channel. It helps run the internet that I use to do this and stuff like that. But you just need to make sure you're taken care of first, okay? All good. Well, you know what I'm saying, sir. So back to Nathan, because
amazing is because we can have.
We gotta let him make one more racist comparison at the very minimum.
Ability to live next to other
terrible music, but it's free
and still coincide. So keep that in mind. It's very important. Very important. So masks are the new racism, though. Think about this. At Kroger. So at Kroger.
Yeah, he does it quick too. Here we go.
And I'm going to get into some other wacky, weird stuff that I've found recently about this face mask stuff. Some things that are kind of funny. Some things that are just like, are you serious? Why are they doing that? And then other things that are just like, okay, this obviously has nothing to do with the health and safety of anyone. This is strictly about mind control, and it's a psyop. Okay? So, but first about this, it being the new racism. So if a store does not...
Here we go. This is the juice, okay? This is the juice, everybody. He's comparing cake. Forcing him and his to wear a mask is racism, guys, okay? Stay with him. Stay with him.
So think about it back in the day, in the 60s, 50s, whatever. There was issues with blacks those who had a colored skin of being provided.
His
the
face
same
went more mushy than the pineapple. Oh, it's terrible. It's like if you order a pineapple pizza and expect somebody to pick off the pineapples, you might as well just drop a grenade in their face, because like that thing is done. You've just ruined their entire meal. You can't even pick that flavor off.
Services at places of public accommodation as their fellow non-colored fellow men.
Telling you right now, all of you people that love pineapple on pizza, you're all dead to me, okay? You're dead to me. You hear that? I had, of course, I hope they're joking. I haven't checked the numbers, but maybe they're not around anymore. Maybe they were serious. But I've had people that are like, they're like, F this. You don't like pineapple on pizza, I'm out. I'm like, there's never. You can leave then. Get out.
And it was discrimination. It was segregation. In fact, in some cases, they would allow blacks in the building, but they would maybe even segregate water fountains. So you have to use.
Yes, thank you for telling us how it would work, sir.
This one, you can't use that one.
Yep, segregation. Thanks for the history tip there.
And
history lesson.
Those are all forms of segregation and discrimination. That cannot happen here on American soil. It doesn't matter what state you're in. It applies to all states on American soil. It doesn't matter if the governor says it's a mandate. It doesn't matter if your local city says it's a mandate. It doesn't matter if the store policy says it's a mandate.
Oh, I'm going to let him keep talking. I have the Civil Rights Act in my hand here. I feel like the first goddamn sentence actually precludes his ability to make his argument. But we're going to let him keep going.
Mandate that they have to segregate you based upon your...
And there's also some stuff in here that you'd have to be a goddamn like civil lawyer to figure out what the hell they mean. I mean, I get the gist, but talk about writing shit in a way that is not even human. Like, why don't you put it in goddamn English? It's like it is in English. It's in legalese.
Color or your religion, they can't do it. And if they...
Yeah, it says right here. Getting a message. Well, it's not somebody telling me my sound's messed up, so that's good. Let's see. All persons... Nope, that's not the one here. Without discrimination on the grounds of race, color, religion, or national origin, or flat earth belief. Nope, doesn't say that yet. You're fucked. Okay.
They do. They've then infringed upon your civil rights, and you have full right to take that to court in a civil law.
I don't believe that you do, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess maybe you could always sue anybody for anything, but it says right here, like... I guess this is saying this is a different, like, you can still sue them, but I guess it's saying whenever the Attorney General has reasonable cause to believe that any person or group of persons is engaged in a pattern or practice of resistance to the full enjoyment of any of the rights granted by this title, and that the pattern or practice is such of a nature that is intent to deny the full exercise of the rights herein, they can bring a civil action. So I guess it's saying the government could even sue eventually if it doesn't think that, even if a person doesn't. So there you go. Lobby the government, Nathan. It's right there. 2000A-6 subsection A. There you go, buddy. Come on, lobby the government. There's got to be enough of you that you can get the Attorney General to create a civil action on your behalf because you're so angry about it.
Lawsuit. And probably more than likely, if you conduct yourself in the right way during whatever incident occurs, you will probably have your day in court.
I'll see you later, Nikki. Thanks for coming.
Have and eat your cake too. Okay? It just takes some patience, but more than likely, if you flash, let me show you this.
I apologize to EIE if I ended up riding over their time slot here. I didn't see anybody when I looked on my subscriptions earlier at 3, but sometimes it doesn't show you everything. It's kind of annoying.
If you show people this right here, if you go to walk into a building and they're like, no, you gotta have a face mask, it's required, and you show them this piece of paper right here.
If I can remain friends with a Bernie Sanders supporter, I can do with an anti-pineapple on pizza. I mean, I'd probably be more aligned with a Bernie Sanders kind of person. I looked at a political graph the other day of like where the liberals and where the Republicans, the Democrats, and then on the top of the same right and left, it had where Canada's center right and left was, and it was like our most right-hand party was like closer to your Democrats than like your right hand is like so much farther right than us. It's crazy. So like your center is literally just way over to the right. So I was a little shocked by that. I actually thought that we were. Anyways, that's politics.
A link to this is in the video description, so please download it and carry it around with you. So wherever you go, you flash this, more than likely, most of the time, they're gonna say, okay, I'm not gonna mess with you.
Incident report, religious discrimination. So what does he got on there? Which parts does he have? Section 202. That's okay. So already he's using an old section. He's using an old subsection here too. So what does it say here? Let's see. All persons shall be entitled to be free at any establishment or place from discrimination or segregation of any kind on the grounds of race, color, religion, or national origin. If such discrimination or segregation is or purports to be required by any law, statute, ordinance, regulation, rule, or order of a state or any agency or political attempted to deprive any person of the right to privilege secured by section 201 and 202. Okay, so he's using old subsections and stuff because these have been updated. They've very much been updated because, you know, we update rules and wordings. So, first of all, you can see right here. Department of Justice. All persons shall be entitled to full and equal enjoyment of the goods. So now, the problem, Nathan, is that because we're not telling Muslim people to take off head dressings, and we're telling everybody that they must wear them, face coverings, if you will, we're actually giving everybody full and equal, that's the word if it'll focus, equal enjoyment of the goods, services, facilities. So, see, the problem is by using an old one that uses old wording, you get away with this. But when you have a new one with modern wording, because people were doing probably dumb shit like you, we get a completely different, it's one word, I get it, it's one word, but that word will set you free. So yeah, reality is, I'm sorry, Nathan, but that word equal pretty much just pounds that argument of yours right into the dirt. I mean, it just sends it right into the graveyard. Actually, those political charts are kind of wrong. You should watch the Tim Pool. He has some pretty good discussions on that. Fair enough. It was more of a chart just trying to show us, like, I mean, I don't know, left and right. I mean, I know that I'm left of the other party that's right in Canada. Let's put it that way. Yeah, but even our conservatives here, which are like your Republicans, like they won't bring up the abortion word, or like they won't even bring that up for rediscussion. It's legal, leave it alone. They won't bring up, oh, it's another one. Another religion-based conversation that is arguable. They won't bring up a lot of those kinds of things in Canada because they know it's, even gay rights and stuff, they don't bring it up as a conversation even if they win, because they're like, oh, it's a good way to start a riot. because it's been established in Canada so long at this point. So, I mean, even if you look at that, like, they're very much left of your right, and they're our right. So it's, you know, of course, like anything, within that group, you have people that are all the way on the far end of the right and all the way on the far end of the left of the right. So it's politics. We're not here for politics. Politics, you want politics? In Time is on later tonight, I think. I think I saw that. You go to In Time, you want politics. Steve McRae, I believe, is talking some politics, it looked like. I think I saw a thing, him posting a video coming up or a stream on that. So you got some politics there. If you want YouTube politics, you can do a little bit of Unirock. And, you know, some of you people are going to not be happy that I said that. But I'm just saying, there's places you can go. The point is, there's places you can go that are not this channel if you want politics. Because I'm trying to give people a bit of a break from politics. And I'll be honest with you, I have a very, very, very polarizing attitude when it comes to how I think things should be done in politics. So we really don't want to go there. We want to keep Beaver calm. Listen, a calm beaver is a wet beaver. I mean, a happy beaver. It's the same thing, isn't it, at the end of the day? Just kidding. Okay, there's my dirty remark for the hour, okay? That's my dirty remark for the last hour and 10 minutes. Craven, hold yourself down, buddy. You got to wait a little longer for another one, okay, buddy? You'll be okay. You can make it. I would be considered a pragmatist. I would have to look up the word pragmatism. I know I feel ashamed that I have to get the full proper definition to appreciate pragmatism. Pragmatic. Oh, that helps. Thanks. A pragmatic attitude or philosophy or policy. It's like, thanks, tips. An approach that assesses the truth of meaning of theories or beliefs in terms of success of their practical application. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Pragmatism. Pragmatism! Right? That's how it goes down? Pragmatism? I'm an independent. Mike, isn't that just throwing your vote away in America? Or are you Canadian? I can't quite remember, Mike. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. You don't live in Alberta. There is still discussion a lot about the A word here. Oh, God. Tell them to get over themselves, bunch of cowboys. Sorry, Mr. Andret. I've been to Calgary. It was very much like living in America within Canada. They didn't even recycle when I was there. We'd been recycling my whole life where I lived. It was also we'd go. I lived in the bushes in a small town. We'd go. I'm living in one of the biggest cities in Canada. It's like, where do you put the recycling? They're like, we don't have curbside. I'm like, fucking curbside. So everybody has like 5 garbage bags at garbage day because it's full of fucking cardboard and goddamn plastic containers. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I didn't believe they have curbside now. I've heard. This is crazy. The rest of us have been recycling for like 20-something years. Frig. How about you hold me down? See, there's Craven coming in with his dirty... Craven. Tisk, tisk. I wonder if I can time you out. I can. You can actually time me out, too. That was funny on my live stream. I checked it on my own live stream with my other channel, and I got timed out. They were like, ha! You're American, Mike. You're contaminated then. Get out of here. I'm just kidding. No. Like, people with green around them, they get to stay longer, actually.
I read it, I understand it, and maybe even the person
Love you, Mike.
usually talk to the lower level employee.
Mike, you got a different name on the thing, right? You're the one that has like a name that comes in, and then I've got to like interpret who you are. It sucks every time. And by the way, I have not made a new outro, and I don't know who's joined or left my membership, so I apologize. I apologize for all of this, okay? But it's things I'm working on. Like literally, I've been working on it like the last couple days. I've been pumping out a video.
Employees, just the mask Nazi.
Here, I can show you something. It'll be fun. 1 second. Oh yeah, I can make it happen. I can make the dreams come true. I think. Oh, give me a second.
I was going to say no, but then you say, I need to speak to your manager. And the manager comes over, and then you show them what this is, and you let them know that if they don't abide by this, they are liable for a lawsuit coming to them in a very nearby day. It'll
coming to a courthouse near you.
Think about, and they're like, okay, and then they have to let you in. So something very important to think about. Also, from an employee standpoint, I have this document which I've also made available. So employee-employer relationship is a little bit different, and but you can, depending on the type of businesses that you work for, some small and medium-sized businesses this may not apply to, and religious organizations this may not apply to. But pretty much everyone else out there that has a business and you work for that employer, then you have the ability to be religiously immune for religious immunity from the face mask.
I mean, you're using old, you're using old wording in here. I think the other one precludes you. I mean, as long as they're making everyone wear a face mask, then I guess you're all getting full and equal enjoyment out of it. So, all you gotta do is put on the same mask that everybody else is putting on. You like if you went to a place where they made you wear a funny hat while you ate dinner? That'd be fun, eh? That'd be a good way to pass lice around, I suppose. See, there's always a shitty side to everything, isn't there? I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh, I don't want somebody else's fucking dirty hat touching my head. And that's why it doesn't exist with everybody. Because can you imagine if you had everybody's sitting at dinner and you've got one guy's got a wonky top hat and the other one's got some sort of fucking cockadoodle-doo thing going on. And you're like, wow, that's fucked up. It's like, well, there wasn't a lot of selection. I thought that was pretty, I mean, let's face it. You want to talk about breaking families out of that routine of looking at their phones? Now we all got funny hats on our heads. Somebody do that. Listen, copyright Brainy Beaver 2020. If I see fucking funny hats on people in a restaurant, I'm suing your ass. That was me, the timer guy. No funny hats allowed. That's my idea.
Mandate or executive order, whatever it is.
Okay. Give us another example, please.
It doesn't matter. For religious reasons, allow them to wear that head covering. I do not wear masks because of religious reasons. They cannot discriminate against you.
We got music.
So this is a very powerful tool. And I pray that more people will catch hold of this and use it to their advantage. And this is something else for you employers out there. You need to be mindful of these civil rights infringements, because if you don't honor this, you will 100% start seeing lawsuits. And civil lawsuits, and you don't be surprised.
These guys must have the best lawyers ever, in the sense of well, there we go. Perfect. These people's lawyers must love them. Hold on. Fight's asking me if I'm streaming now. I was like, yeah, I am. Huh? Punk? Hold on, I'll send him a link. He's probably busy. He never wants to hang out with Brainy anymore. Ever since, I don't know, I'm just making shit up now. That's so weird. I uploaded it to him and it uses the old thumb. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why I did that. That's so unusual. Hey, listen, when you guys got a notification, did it use the new thumb or the old thumb? Because that's very odd. Yeah, it pulls from the original for some reason. That's so weird. So we've got this option to reuse previous stream, basically, so we don't have to rebuild the entire edit the whole here's the links for this and that and everything. But when it does that, it's Discord pulls from all the old data. Anyways, here's what I was gonna show you, because I think it's on the screen. I can't see it. Oh, good, there we are. Okay, so these young boys are this is what I've been some of the shit I've been playing with here, so I'll show you. Window here though. I'm just gonna do this because I don't really want to move the TV, so I'm not gonna. It's a different kind of window, so now so as you can see, he is recording these people, but what he's actually doing is he's watching My Little Pony, okay? Because these guys cannot stop watching kids' cartoons.
They must forgive me.
I can't give him this phone.
I actually owe you an apology.
Whoa, guys. Guys, I want the information on how to get a dealer's license. I got a dealer's license.
I wish I didn't need.
Here, one more time, just for fun.
They must forgive me.
I can't give him this phone.
I actually owe you an apology.
Whoa, guys. I want the information on how to get a dealer's license.
Pretty cool.
I wish I didn't need.
So that's that. I think I got one more I can pull out here. 1 second. I'll grab the Breaking Bad one for fun. Why not? Okay, so here, like
Silverfish. There is more money here than we could spend in 10 lifetimes. I certainly can't launder it.
So yeah, I was messing around with a bit of motion tracking, having my fun, learning how to do it so he can make better videos, and yeah. So the one guy's watching My Little Pony. He can't get his mind off of it, as you can see. Oh shit, I moved the whole TV. Now you've done it, Brainy. Good job. This is why we're not supposed to play with these buttons, kids. Okay? Alright? This is why we're not supposed to play with these buttons. Alright, so
Surprise when you lose.
give me one more example.
And be overthrown by communism.
Yes,
But if you have
overthrown
to
by
use
It's
some businesses,
420.
And I want you guys to keep this in mind. Some businesses, in two ways actually, I believe that there's still. Page where it just went viral.
What?
So between
What?
all of the platforms
What happened?
and
What'd I
every
miss?
single place that has been published, that video has garnered, I believe, over 420,000 views
Victory!
since it was published on Wednesday night. So that's Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday. So in 3 days, that video has gotten 420,000 hits and views. Which is amazing. It's just being shared like crazy. Apparently, there weren't any attorneys, Christian attorneys out there who were able to put together. I mean, think about this. If you're an attorney, this is.
Oh my God. Okay, Nathan. Shut up. Listen for a second, Nathan. If it was that easy to win a lawsuit, a big lawsuit versus conglomerates and companies, people would be doing it all the time. But the reason that none of these Christian lawyers have gotten into this is because they're probably the people that know the most about how much it was going to cost them to frivolously sue because they don't want to cover their face up. I mean, come on, get a life. Seriously.
This is a perfect opportunity to set the table, do some type of interview, show where the business did not know their rights or that they validated the rights of the Civil Rights Act, and then make a video about it and say,
if validated?
Your rights have been infringed upon, I'll be happy. Did not know their rights or that they validated the rights of
they validated your rights.
The Civil Rights Act, and then make a video about it
Violated.
and say, if your rights have been infringed upon, I'll be happy to represent you for your civil lawsuit. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? All these Christian attorneys out there could have made a ton of money off of this opportunity, but they didn't.
Oh my God, go for it. Randy's in the chat. Bella charge, $5 New Zealand dollars. Touching my nose. That's it. I've been infected. It's all over, guys. Listen, everybody, I loved life. Remember when I'm gone. The COVID has now gotten into my nasal passages. I am doomed. I'm going to tell you one thing. One thing COVID is doing is probably slowly ridding the world of nose pickers. as somebody who occasionally puts a finger in my nose, okay, yes, it's shocking, I know, okay, I am terrified of the future that I am entering, okay? This is what I need to tell everybody. It's funny how the more you flirf, the more you look like a homeless person on the side of the road, holding up one piece of cardboard with a religious scripture. Oh, don't get me wrong, like, he used to be a pretty boy. He was a pretty boy. He was like a pretty bird where he looked in the mirror and went, I'm a pretty bird, I'm a pretty bird. You know he was. I mean, come on, you've seen his, like, here, we can do this together. No, that's the wrong button to push. Stop! Open image in new tab. There, we got this. Okay, here we go. With technology, we can do this. Whoa! Pretty boy. Yeah, it's a little far away still, but that's all I can do apparently. Yeah, he was a pretty boy. Look at him. My wife was like, yeah, if that guy she's like, he's pretty good looking though. She's like, but I'm telling you right now, if that guy started walking up to you with that fucking hat on, she said it'd be over. She'd be finding a way out right away. Not religion in general, it's just that, like, you got to be real confident to be wearing that hat. You're like, could I talk to you about your Lord when you come over? It's like, no, I'm out of here. See you later. All right.
So-called flat earther or biblical cosmologist such as myself was the one that God used to get the word out there.
Thank you very much, Bella. If I didn't properly thank you, thank you very much. Take some bacon money, Beaver. Oh my goodness, thank you very much. Listen, for you, because I am just getting back to the helm here of making things, you get a Jam Fabulous.
Shelly's been fabulous.
Eventually you get one when it loads.
Shelly's been
there
fabulous.
It did it once, now you've done it twice. You've been fabulous, thank you very much. It's like, Bella's been fabulous. Bella's been fabulous.
Fabulous.
That's right. Minus is like, I give you $10 and I didn't get a fabulous. Minus, you know you're fabulous, damn it. The fabulous Minus, everybody.
To share it on their platform, and I don't even know, maybe it's been shared on other platforms.
Here's the thing that's problematic for me. Let's not talk about masks required for 10 seconds. Here's what I want to know, okay? Tell me, listen, if you're watching this later and you have made it an hour and 26 minutes, first of all, I'm going to have the customary conversation with you of what in the F are you still doing here and how in the world did you make it this far? But if you did and you actually listened to the whole thing, how big of a douche am I? No. Hey, listen, if you feel inclined to answer that, by all means, everybody, just give her. Just give her. I'm sure there's a flat earther out there. Like, I'll probably have, like, was it Rad Vlad? I'll be like, dude, you're the biggest. He'll be like, I knew you were a super fan. It's like the only person that listened to the whole thing. That's how it is usually. Spurs will be out there going, but it's cold out. I can't breathe. It's like, did you hear about the family that set their air conditioner too low? Yeah, the thermostat got broken, the AC stayed on, and they found them all fucking dead from oxygen deprivation. Do you know why that didn't happen? Because you're a goddamn idiot, Spursky. God, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Listen, I can't even tell you. I have been almost frustrated that it's summer right now. Because as soon as Spurs told me on FDFE's channel that the reason they can't breathe at the top of Mount Everest is because it's cold out, I almost shit my pants. Because temperature-wise, it's not necessarily colder than where I live, and my brain flooded with ideas of, like, mounting up an expedition to walk to my goddamn van in the driveway when it's negative 30-something Celsius. And, it's like, I can't make it. Go on without me. Like, fall over in the snowbank and just, like, footage of, like, my carcass laying in the snow because I couldn't breathe on my way to the car. The potential. Okay, I'm just saying there's so much. Douche size 2 to 3 large. There you go. That's a big douche. I'll be honest, I have no douche sizes. It's not a all I thought of just now, we're gonna get off that word. But all I thought of just now was the D-U-C-H something I can't spell, I think. E? Yeah, okay. D-O-U. Did I say D-U? Anyways, moving forward. It's the one in the Seth Rogen movie, the Sausage Party. I thought he made him the villain. He was like sticking stickers on his stuck a sticker on his wound and started sucking out all the juice boxes to power up. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Who's all still here? We got Craven Reese, Metal Jacket, good to see you. NS Sherlock, Sif DK, I've seen you around for a bit here. Bella, welcome. I don't know how long you've been lurking, Bella, but I see you now. Wadden Toad, I like it either way. I've seen you around. Mike 71, Dana Reese, Streamlabs. You know how many people have had complained about Streamlabs polluting the chat thing? It's like, well, I mean, it's just a bunch of people having fun mostly. The problem is, like, most of what it's reporting is actually people like winning and engaging in battles and stuff like that. It only really says, hey, you know, Patreon and stuff like every once in a while. I could turn the frequency down. It's funny how the more you flurf, nope, back to where I was. I see you did there. NA, good to see you. Mr. Andrett's still here. Pepper Talk's been chatting with you. Stringer News 1, always a pleasure, sir. How are you doing, Douche Moose? Man, I used to love chocolate mousse up in the mountains when we go on sunshine to ski resort getaways. Brainy Beaver, photo of your pickles in Discord. Photo of your pickles in Discord? Jesus. What am I about to get into? Oh my god. Alright, we got this. Hold on. It's awesome. There you go. I think it's up. I can't see. There you go. McToon went and got some pickles. But McToon, did you spray yourself with Lysol when you came back from the store? That's all I'm wondering. That pickle container is probably teeming at this point. Just got there. Good old notification. Well, you're not totally done yet. We got a little bit to go. I got to talk about some more flat earthy-ish stuff here in a second. We were having a mid-second break here to chat with everybody. Non sequitur, how you doing, sir? I think it's like 7 in the morning for you, 7:30, something ridiculous. So I did my math wrong. Just tired, I'm realizing. Wow. Anyways, back to the energeticness that everybody tuned in for. Come on, show monkey, dance, go damn it, dance. It's like you could do this. Take that hat, just fucking go. Isn't that? I mean, fair enough. I signed up for this when I turned on the goddamn camera, I guess, right? It's like, shut up and dance. I paid you, monkey.
And shared, and I don't even know it, but at least 420,000 times have been shared, or at least viewed.
You see me shaking like this? It's me like
viewed,
nervously shaking my leg. It's like
Kroger's. Okay, there's two.
It's like, no, there's the rumors. They're starting already.
Many other stores.
I think he beats off underneath the countertop. Actually, you see how he shakes away? That's it. It's him stroking that knob.
Opportunity if they don't like it, that they could be facing lawsuits.
My hands will be up here. Then fine. I'll just stream like this. Okay.
2 reasons.
Okay. If you don't believe me.
One is some of these stores, they put this sign out here that says mask required, and if you'll notice, nowhere does it make any provision to say except under these scenarios X, Y, and Z, and they're not.
Wait, Phil. 15 seconds later, it's like, I knew it. I knew he was beaten off. I got it.
Doing that. So this is misleading. This is coercion.
Coercion. He says it in one of the newer videos too, and I will get a meme for you while he continues. Okay.
It's a lie, and in a way, this actually creates discrimination and segregation based on their marketing, and it's a lie. So they could totally, in my opinion, face a civil lawsuit, and I don't believe that they would win because they were coercing discrimination and segregation by doing this.
All I can goddamn well think of is this.
Hey, listen, I hope you're feeling all right about our little talk the other day. You know, about us being just friends and all.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm fine.
I get in here.
Oh, wow. Hey, that looks delicious. Oh, this is good.
And my hair. What's inside you?
Where is
Can I have a
it?
piece? Sure. Ooh, let me have some of that Cool Whip. What'd you say? You can't have a pie without Cool Whip. Cool Whip? Cool Whip, yeah. You mean Cool Whip. Yeah, Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Say cool. Cool. Say whip. Whip. Say them together. Cool Whip. Oh my god, it's one of the funniest things ever.
Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H? What are you talking about? I'm just saying it. Cool Whip. You put Cool Whip on pie. Pie tastes better with Cool Whip. Say whip. Whip. Now say Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're eating
And then, okay, so one day, we're watching, I think it was an ad for actual Wheat Thins. Or either that or
Hey, Brian, can I have some Wheat Thins?
What?
Can I have some Wheat Thins?
They're Wheat Thins.
That's what I said, Wheat Thins.
Wheat
Wheat
Thins.
Wheat Thins.
I thought it was an ad for Wheat Thins. It is, okay? It is an ad for Wheat Thins, okay? This is literally like a TV ad.
Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying Wheat Thins.
Say wheat.
Wheat.
Now say Wheat Thins.
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 No, you can't have any.
Have any what? Have any Wheat Thins?
It's Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins.
Can I be in your commercial?
No, it's our thing. We're doing it.
No. Anyways, that's good stuff, boy. Boy, howdy. That's good. That's good. It's good stuff. Just happened to the background. Oh, it went dark and then went, oh, interesting. Cancel. Thanks. All right, well, moving on forward. I wanted him to say another stupid thing
Think
about
it.
racism.
Let's change the wording a little bit here.
Oh, God. That couldn't have been better.
Must be black to enter store. Okay, let's say that it said that. You must have dark or you must be colored person to enter the store, meaning no white people allowed, okay? So, must be black. That's what it say. Only for blacks. To stop the spread of the white people, you must be black to come in the store. But then there's an exception clause that says anyone who's of non-color can also come in too. Very misleading.
That is, first of all, the worst written rule ever. Second of all, I don't even know where to go with that. Like, what do you do with that piece of garbage argument? Nathan, no matter how much you want it to be racism, it's not racism. First of all, racism is racism because it's called racism. Okay? The word you're looking for is religious persecution. Thank you. Okay, so now that we can elevate your speech to the next level a little bit, we're going to move forward from this. Now, every time he says racism, everybody raise a glass to the air because he's an idiot. Well, I don't know how to argue against that.
That is essentially the new racism is what I'm talking about.
Maybe he realized a little bit how stupid he is. Hey, listen, does anybody want to see Accountability for All tell a black woman how she needs to take account of the fact that he's marched for her rights? Do you think that? You think that's something that you want to see? Because it's just like a split second thing, but it's really quite amazing. What the fuck did I just barking on the video for 1 second? 22. Where are we? We're on.
The real issue that we have today, sir, is that this gentleman, right?
I don't know what the hell I just heard then. Why am I hearing noises in my computer? Oh, the ghosts have come to get me finally. It's happened. Man, he posts so much content. Like, just stop posting content for a few minutes. God damn it, Josh. He's monetized, obviously. He's got a join button.
Sorry, I was a little bit late with my closer. That's the reason I stopped you today. What's
Okay,
going on,
so
guys? Josh,
I lost track of what I was saying, but I got the video. Oh yeah, black woman. Okay, this is great. And you should take note of that. You should see her turn around. Holy shit, she's like, mother effer, what? Like, you can see it in her eyes. It's, you know. Cold coffee. Love it.
Oh, what it took. So now I'm going to go there. I'm going to file a complaint against her. I'm not upset with you. You did nothing wrong today. You were excellent. You're a scumbag.
She didn't give him... This is in my video. This is going in my video. I've scripted parts of it. I'm working on it. But, we'll go back to that for 2 seconds so I can show you. She did the atrocity, okay? The atrocity. She's a scumbag. You heard the way he said it. She is a scumbag. Because she didn't give him her name and badge number when he requested. She kind of just walked away from him because she wasn't really right there anyways, engaged with him, and so she just kept walking away from him. I think he was more insulted by the fact that she snuffed him than the fact that anyways, those tits get pretty bitchy for a minute. It's pretty amazing.
And I apologize for my use of language in front of you.
Okay, so everybody's ready? Okay, is everybody ready? Get your popcorn, okay? It's very short and subtle, but I really want everybody to dig in and enjoy a short, fat white guy telling a black woman about how he has marched across this country for her civil rights. It's without getting into the racial stuff, I mean, it's still just the most golden thing I've ever heard come out of his mouth even. So here he's going. He's ready to drop that bomb, everybody. Get ready. Here we go, okay? 3, 2, 1, yay!
But before you're going to defend something, just know I marched all over this country to make sure that our civil rights are protected, and you should take a little more stock in that. Like, if you're working with these guys, make sure that you know the laws that they can...
And you... Awesome.
I marched all over this country to make sure that our civil rights are protected.
He marched all over... Guys, Josh Abrams marched all over America to make sure that this woman's civil rights were not violated. Okay, we need to remember that, okay? This is the stuff that we need to talk about, is how Josh marched around the country to fight for that woman's civil rights. This woman who is very much older than him and was fighting for civil rights in general before he was even a little cum shot. So it's beautiful. Well, he probably wanted to snuff her out. Snub's the word, but it doesn't matter. She would have snuffed him out good if they were in a dark place where nobody would have found out. You can see it in her eyes. She's a killer. She's actually kind of cute. That's what I meant. Here, I'll show you. Here, it's fun. It's fun. Why not? So he's doing his little Joshy thing. You know, we're gonna. Not really a lot that goes on in this video other than just this is really the only thing that occurs. So I'm ruining part of my upcoming video just so everybody knows.
Alright, Josh, she'll be on the minute if need.
Alright, dude.
Just do me a favor, just don't go into courtrooms with the...
Yeah, I'm not going into courtrooms.
I figured you already do that, so...
I understand the law, yeah.
You're good.
You guys aren't on camera. I'm here to film these guys. To make sure they're not violating anyone's rights.
Hey, I like it.
Right, Steele? In fact, I had a guy come up dressed as a police officer in a pig costume.
I'm pretty sure she said something there, which is why he looked over at her, which kind of cued his attention at her. She probably should have shut her mouth. just because of that, not because she should, you know what I mean? Fuck, I'm not getting into that. So she just... Oops. Oopsie-doo. So here he is playing. Okay, so here's the thing. This is awesome. So this is. He acts like he's found something really marvelous, but really all he's found is a goddamn memo to everybody that they've got some training coming up. I get the same kind of memos at a plumbing and heating company. Like it's nothing fantastical or magical, okay? Ooh.
The Madison County Sheriff's Department will conduct mandatory firearms course on the following dates: Monday, July 20th, Wednesday, July 22nd, and Thursday, July 23rd.
And to think they would train their officers to shoot their weapons? What kind of goddamn police force would use public funds to train the officers so that they could use their weapons in the line of duty? You know what, Josh? You need to take this right to the top. Your money has been violated. The money your mom spends on the place that you live in, obviously, because it's your mom's basement. But, there's that.
Sign-up sheets are provided.
Don't get me wrong, I'd love to live in my mom's basement. It would be way cheaper than living in my own house. It would just be way less privacy, and, there might be a murder that occurs. I'm just saying, the stairs are long, they're covered in wood. All would have to happen is somebody just slip, and maybe the house is mine. I'm kidding, they might be watching right now. Hi! I'm fucking joking. You shouldn't have covered those steps in wood, bitch. I'm just kidding. I think she knows I'm joking anyway. So if everybody doesn't know, I'm kidding. I don't really want to murder my parents. But it would make life easy, boy. That's not true. I don't want to make any hard decisions, actually. In fact, I would love for them to stay here forever because I'll just delegate all decisions for just till the ends of time. Hard decisions are hard.
On the bulletin board outside the squad room.
I'll know if she's been watching because I'll get a comment now later. She'll be like, "So I saw that stream." No, it's not like that. It's that.
Please sign up.
She'll say something, but she should. Okay. So she's putting away the not so confidential material. Okay, here's something I thought that was interesting. There's like a.
She's covering it. One time.
There's like something from the constitutional law group under here that I was reading has something to do with people's rights and stuff. So maybe they knew Josh was coming.
Wednesday, July 22nd.
They prepped everybody.
Thursday, July 23rd. The sign-up sheets are provided on the bulletin board outside the squad room.
Oh my God, they trained people. Okay, so here it is right here.
She's covering it up, guys. But she's learning another valuable lesson from my presence here is that if you want privacy, you need to create it.
No, okay. Josh, I have a slightly different take on this. Okay, so the take I have is that most people, even the fucking criminals that walk through that building, God help us, actually know where boundaries are, and they don't just walk over to somebody's desk and literally record the information off of their desk on their paperwork. Because I think anybody with the right mind would be like, well, first of all, you don't have that kind of memory, so you couldn't remember things like that with your own eyes anyway. So this whole what my eyes can see thing is kind of horse shit in my opinion. But even beyond that, who the hell stands over somebody's desk and just... It's an awfully obnoxious thing to do, Josh. This is the problem I have with people like him, is he goes out of his way to create issues. And the thing is, she doesn't let him. I believe, personally, they've been informed he's coming, and just to fucking... Language, sorry. For the most part, I'm trying to work on that. I really am. It's like a disease for me. I think for the most part, they've been told just to let him be him, and unless he's really doing something that is actually against the law, just to kind of let him mosey around. Because even the girls in the 911 office don't really give him the time of day.
Excellent job, Deputy. We're here to help. Can I have your name and badge number? Can I have your name and badge number? I believe it's in your departmental policy that you have to ID by... We're here to...
got her name right here.
Can I have your name and badge number?
Good frame by frame that. It's Angela.
Can I have your name and badge number? Can I have your name and badge number?
Oh, that absolutely shows for one frame.
I believe it's in your departmental policy that you have to ID by either a police identification number or your name or badge number. No? You're dismissed.
You may go. It's like, that's also gonna, okay, Josh, she didn't ask for your permission. She just didn't, and I don't blame her. She took one look at you and you entered the floor and was like, oh shit. It's they told her, they're like, listen, you see him, you get the fuck out. You just run. You run. He's such a douche. Oh my god, it's so funny. Impressive that people like him actually think that, for one, he knows everything better. Two, he says, dude, he got arrested he got arrested for like telling a woman she was under arrest, and he was telling the cops, like, if you get in my way, you'll be, well, that was last stream. You'll be the one that's detained.
Hi, Felicia.
So that's what triggered his angry
GC4. I'm not 100% sure what my badge.
Thank you. Are you a deputy, ma'am?
She's civilian employee.
Oh, okay, no problem. So could I have your name or?
Your appointment's over. You need to leave the building.
No, I don't. Arrest me. Want to do this?
Arrest
well,
me.
You know what? I still have, who said I'm done with my appointment? You did. You want to arrest me? Let's try this again. You don't want to be that one. I'm going to stay here every day now to film you. Well, I'm not going through it.
Sorry, I was pretending to be Josh.
No, go ahead and run your first.
Okay. Oh, I'm going.
All they.
Josh.
For child support papers?
So get this.
She might.
Here comes his wrangler. Now, here's the thing. Through this entire video, I'm almost positive, I'm 100% positive that he was essentially sent to keep Josh out of trouble. Like, he was sent to be like Josh's little chaperone, tell him where to go, walk him around. Like, he didn't stay with him the whole time. He kept an arm's distance, but he was like, come on, Josh, you can go down this way. And, oh yeah, no, that's fine. And he knew all the rules of what Josh was allowed to film and what he wasn't allowed to film. And it's like the guy's a big enough douche. He thinks it's power, but the reality is no, you're like the squeakiest wheel in the goddamn shopping mall. And they're just dousing you with oil until the fucking end of the day. That's all they're doing. It's like, do we fix it? It's like, well, if you just spray it with oil every morning, it's fine. It's like, okay, we'll just spray some oil on it. So all they're really doing, all this is, Josh, them treating you like royalty, is them spraying you with oil so you'll shut the hell up until the end of their workday. Okay, and then you go home and you go to sleep and you bitch and moan about injustices which you never, ever follow up on. Not a one. I haven't seen you go back to any of them. Now, one thing I can show you, and this will be in my video, is how Josh and that requested Josh and his girl there at one point were requesting $800 for bail, and yet they never had a bail because bail was not set, because it was revoked because of all this other garbage and whatnot, so they didn't set a bail for him. So anyways, so there's that. There's things like that. He's kind of a sketched out character. And even one of the guys, that bearded guy that I showed you in the video, he's watching My Little Pony. He doesn't even work with Josh anymore because he thinks Josh is a douche canoe as well. So even his own community started to figure out this guy, douche level 12 to 14 liters. Man, okay, listen. Super Troopers 2 came out a while back now, and I tried recently, their merch store opened, and I'm still shaking my leg. The chair's just fucking going. I'm just sitting here shaking my leg. They're like, yeah, Beaver, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. We haven't seen those hands in a while now. Yeah, they came out with, it's actually pretty cool. They had a freaking Coca-Cola, like it was a red shirt with like Coca-Cola writing, but it was Liter O-Cola. And I tried to buy one, but they're all sold out in my size. I was like, shit. I wanted a liter of cola. I'll take a liter of cola. Because up here, that wouldn't be a big deal. It's like, can I get a liter of cola? They'd be like, yeah, sure, here's a 1 liter. The fuck is a liter of cola in the States?
Huh? You don't know.
Listen, he's like, Josh, can we get going, please, Josh? I've had a long day. I want to go home. Josh.
I don't have things to do. I'm not doing no favors.
Listen, he knows what Josh was here to do even. Watch.
She has a departmental policy that states you mention your name. That's all she has to do. She's breaking your departmental policy. Plus, I'm pretty sure it's Indiana state law that you have to identify to a civilian when there's an interaction. Interaction before, and now I'm here. So first of all, burden of proof. Prove I don't still have to be here and I still don't have shit to do.
So listen, he's like, I know you don't have to be here. You're here for this reason. Like, he's like...
That's number one. Number two, cuff me up, bring me down. You guys can get all the phone calls again. You can have all the people from across the country come back here again, and it's going to be her whose job I'm asking for.
Because, okay, I don't know if you've all seen this, and I'm not going to find an example right now, but what he does, he goes, He goes, don't call Madison County Police Jail. Don't do it. Everybody, don't call them. And then he'll put it right in the pin the fucking comment. Don't call Madison County Jail, district, whatever. Like, gives them all. I think he might even have the phone number. All the information, and says, do not call them. Because if he says call them, then he'd be in violations of terms of service. So he says, don't call them, everybody. Please do not call them. And tells his God knows how many people, it's ridiculous, 53,000 followers, to call the police department. So then what they do is they call the goddamn police department, wasting taxpayers' resources while they have to field these phone calls. And not only that, endangering the public, you dumbass. Because now, and yes, it's not the 911 lines, and that's fair, but people call non-emergency lines for a lot more than the only thing in emergency. I mean, who hasn't been in a situation where, like, is this a 911 call or is this a call to the police? Like, it's like on that borderline between 911 and calling the police. Like, is it an emergency or is the emergency over and we have to file a report now? Like, what are we doing? So all of a sudden somebody calls the police line because they don't know if it's quite an emergency, but it's definitely something the police need to be addressing. And it's fucking full of a bunch of stupid numbnuts that are all phoning the police department to go, how dare you violate Josh's rights? Oh. Get over yourselves. God, the thing is, they don't think about how even the littlest thing that they can do can actually affect society as a whole or an individual. Your stupid ass phone call literally could be the meaning between life and death, because maybe the police get to something sooner and they actually catch their guy who later might have stabbed a person for something, or there's and yeah, that's butterfly affecting a little bit, and that's fair. We can get to argument on the practicality of those kinds of styles of arguments, but the bottom line is that we just don't know what's going to happen. But people being able to phone the police for legitimate reasons is usually a good thing. 53,000 people phoning a police department's phone lines because they think that Josh's rights were violated is kind of a waste of energy. It's a waste of literal oxygen even. Like we only have so many trees, and I wish you weren't abusing them to waste time. I waste time too. I abuse oxygen in my own forms. It's every time I turn on a video game, I feel like I'm abusing oxygen, because I should be creating content for you fine folks, or I should be working on a stream, or doing lots of the things that I've promised I'd be doing that I'm not really keeping up with right now, but I have plans to. Because it is almost August. It's the 30th today, and believe it or not, slow times are a-coming. Because usually if you graph my business, it's like August comes and it's just like kind of like a slow hump where it just kind of comes back down into the winter. So once we get some sort of unpractically cold winter, I'm starting to go into the slower times a little bit now. So obviously I'll try to power this up a little harder and try to deliver a little bit better. Now, before we finish, I thought this was funny, okay?
There's two reasons an American Christian pastor should never close their church doors. And some may be thinking it's because of President Donald Trump making the statement on May 22nd that churches should be considered as essential. Actually has nothing to do with whatever Trump says. It actually
hey, if you're in here, 66 people, and you haven't, hit that like button. If you're thinking about subscribing, give it a shot. We're just getting started again for the next year/season. The summer is the slowest point for me in this channel.
The basis of it is upon two.
So I would argue, without going through this whole video, I would argue that it spreads through churches pretty bad. There's been a few churches that have lost quite a few members of their clergy or their members, or I don't know, different terms for different churches, right? Different types of denominations, but you know what I mean. They've lost members a lot. Now, one thing that I thought was honestly awesome was this right here.
Manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. And then James 5, chapter 5, verse 14. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord.
So, alright, so like this is why Nathan Roberts has definitely earned his position as one of my next as my next target, I think, after Josh. Here, let me find the clip I'm looking for here.
You there, golden boy, come here. Grab me with oil.
And then, if you've never seen this movie, I think it's hilarious.
Euphrates. Yes, do something you'll be ashamed of later, you naughty little goat. All right, charm the snake. Ema.
So he starts slapping it. Where is it? Slap it, slap it.
Oh, you're very gifted.
Ow! No, no, no. I'm just.
A gift. I don't know. You've got some sort of gift.
So, anyways, I got memes. My wife actually can be granted with the she's the one that got that one. She thought of that connection, so it was on her.
Well, I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna our manager. It says masks on, please. Until further notice, customers are required. That is a 64, which makes anyone. Let me go ahead and show you my interaction with this. Yeah, man, I'm a journalist, and I want to talk with you about your guys' mask sign out here real quick.
Journalist.
Yeah. All right, man. So.
Sarah, I got an image of Nathan going in with like a fedora with like a pencil over his ear, and he had like a little thing. And he's like, "I'm a journalist." Probably put a lab coat on too. I'm a lab coat journalist. Shut up.
This mask sign right here, as you'll notice, it says. Are you filming me right now? Yeah, I'm a journalist.
Oh, that's year one.
You have a face covering, so
Wooden Toad. That's the movie Year One. It's got Michael Cera, and it's got Jack Black in it.
No, I'm not going to talk to you right now, okay?
Well, I'm just going to make sure you're. I'm gonna make sure you're aware that he says
right,
until further.
I love it. He gets denied.
It says.
Are you filming me right now?
Yeah, I'm a journalist.
Okay,
and you're in
okay.
your mask, and you have a face covering, so you're not even.
So I'm not
going to
talk to you right now, okay?
Well, I'm just gonna make sure you're. I'm gonna make sure you're aware that until, he says until further notice, customers are required to use face mask covering over their nose and mouth while inside. It is not required. So what you guys are doing is you're infringing.
He's got his little piece of paper in his hand. You see it?
Civil rights by coercion by putting this.
Coercion.
It says.
Sweet thins. No, you can't have any. Have any what? Have any wheat thins? It's wheat.
It's required. It's a lie. So as you can see, the Publix employee was not willing to conduct a conversation over this fraudulent lie of the word wear a mask. They are.
Yeah, these are the old. See, the new subsection has a whole bunch of definitions of what even establishment it counts as.
Are in violation of your civil rights per the Civil Rights Act of 1960, or required to. Publix and other stores like them have left themselves wide open. The track is saying, guess what, guys? Breathe at your own risk. On our premises.
Anyways, all right. Well, yeah, that's enough of that. We'll give one more thing here because I wanted to talk real quickly because I do have to wrap up soon because I do have to have a weenie roast for dinner. It's 5:02, and my wife has said that, and I agree with her, that we need to try to start getting the kids in bed a little bit earlier because they've been a little rangy at the end of the day, and it's been really not pleasant just reeling those children in at the end of the night. So we need to start the process of feeding the kids and winding things down a little sooner, I think. That's what we're going to try to work on, okay? So that's, yeah. But, before we do that, where the hell is it? Okay, so we have Renee. We have awesome Renee, who didn't show up, also never replies. He never replied to my email and was like, oh, sorry, man, I meant like had to be done by 6. Or he just doesn't show up. So Renee, you can F a hat if you want to have another debate. I mean, so maybe he's offended by me using like the he's like, I have the cherry picker on my thumbnail, and he's like, I'm not going. Grow some skin. Thought I heard something. It's weird. Like there's like aliens behind me ready to take me away, and I just don't know it. You guys wouldn't know either. There's a green screen back here. Anything could happen. No, green aliens. You can't see them. They're right here. What are you guys laughing about? Anyways.
Video.
I know I'm ridiculous. Just accept it. I accepted it a long time ago. My wife clearly had to have accepted it. I don't know how you get around that.
That are using the proper protocols to kill coronavirus, to kill COVID-19. This is no joke. That's
hallelujah
to the demonic zombie mind that they will go along with full vaccinations, with all that face masks, with closing down the cities. This is a reset. So we are going to resist this by using the alternative, throwing a monkey wrench in their operation to kill humanity. We're gonna use the people that are on the front lines, frontlinedoctors.com. So I'm gonna be playing a little bit video about these people. Let's see, here you go.
I was looking at the comments there. B-ball for life. It's just like no shoes, no shirt, no service, but you don't see anyone complaining about not being able to go into a store barefoot. I mean, I don't know. There's this one time I bitched and moaned. I'm just kidding. No, exactly. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's like, first of all, why would you want to? Because your feet would get filthy. You could walk into disease, step on things that could prick you. Shocker. So wait a minute. You're telling me that people wear shoes to protect themselves? That's amazing. You know what? We should start a religion that requires all big toes to be showing at all times. People are going to have to start cutting out toe holes in all of their shoes. In fact, we're going to have a whole brand of shoes made around this. It'll be called Cove Holes. It'll they're like New Balances, except they're going to be made in China, so they'll be like new Balences. It's like 2 E's. Anyways. Did you at least give him the right time zone this time? Shit, we got the time zones right. The only thing is in his wording is he said by 6, or when I look back at it, and I interpreted that as at 6. But I said, oh yeah, 6 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. He had plenty of opportunities to be like, well, no, I mean, I got to be done by 6. He's just a non-showy little turd.
These doctors went to...
I was just trying to figure out what the hell this person said here.
Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. So we're going to be playing a little bit about it. This is on Viable TV.
Win again. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
It's very
We're going to
simple,
win.
and it should be in the hands of the American people. The difficult is that at the moment, because of politics, it's being blocked from doctors prescribing it, and it's being blocked from pharmacists releasing it. They've been empowered to overrule. Why is this not over the counter as you can get it in much of the world, in almost all of Latin America, in Iran, in Indonesia, in sub-Saharan Africa? You could just go and buy it.
This is enough to like...
Back in March, and that kind of kicked off a whole series of a storm on it. And since then, there's been a tremendous...
By the way, thank you. I didn't say it properly. Thank you very much, B-Ball for Life. $5. I really appreciate it, buddy. And I haven't forgotten about my commitments to make an American dollar meme. Everybody else will get their own meme. It'll be like somebody pulling their pockets out and looking all poor and sad. Including Canadian money. It's okay. I include myself. I don't discriminate. Everybody but America. They get the golden ticket. I'm kidding. No, they're gonna. But it's more of a joke. You get it.
Of censorship on doctors like us and what we're saying. And a number of us have already been censored. That Google document that I co-authored was actually pulled down by Google. And this is after now many studies have shown that it is effective and it is safe.
That's horse shit. That is horse shit.
You still can't read that article. And there's also this misinformation out there. And unfortunately, this has reached the highest orders of medicine. In May, there was an article published in The Lancet. So this is one of the world's most prestigious medical journals in the world.
That said,
okay, the World Health Organization stopped all their clinical trials on hydroxychloroquine because of this study. And it was independent researchers like us who care about patients, who care about the
yeah, the study showed that it didn't have a perceivable difference, and in some cases actually hurt people. Jesus. 5 Americano dollars, fabulous! Exclamation mark 3 times. He wanted to feel important. Thank you very much, Stringer News 1. I really appreciate the support that you give me. And I know I sounded like a robot when I said that, but I mean it. I thank you very much. I appreciate the support you give me. Just monotone it out like it doesn't even matter.
Truth that dug into the study and determined that it was
no, thank you very much. I gotta get new things on the screen when you guys support though. I want a bigger rotation.
So convincing that this study was retracted by the Lancet less than 2 weeks after it was published.
It's just. Did you guys hear about this, by the way? If you didn't, this
veil of darkness over the minds of Americans. That veil would so shatter even on the minds of our government, and the devil would know that.
So this group of doctors, by the way.
Safe, essential list of medications.
Okay, so this group of doctors, we're gonna just cover this real quick before we go, okay? The chloroquine? Okay, there was one that went through the, here, I'm just gonna find it real quick here if I can. Just give me 1 second. We're gonna find it real quick here because it just goes over the doctors involved and what their credentials were, I think. Trying to find it, but none of them are like. None of them have any like degrees in immunology or anything like this, like anything like that. It's hold on, I gotta find it right here. Ah, boo. It's giving me a paywall on some of these articles. Who are the doctors? There it is. All right, here we go. PolitiFacts. So, like, we got right here, we got, by the way, thank you again, Stringer News 1. I was trolling for JM, for a JM Fabulous. Oh, I see.
Shelly's been fabulous. Shelly's been fabulous.
Sorry for your ears.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
Too much. But anyways, having fun with that. Okay, right here though, it says Breitbart conservative outlet published the 40+ minute long video on Facebook. By Tea Party Patriots, a conservative group backed by Republican donors. The video went viral after it was widely shared on Facebook groups for anti-vaxxers, blah, 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 QAnon people and all those kind of dummies. There was a group of doctors yesterday, a large group, that were put on the internet. For some reason, the internet wanted to take them down and took them off, blah, 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 blah. Social media platforms. Right here, the physicians in the video are associated with a group called America's Frontline Doctors, which advocates against official narratives of the coronavirus pandemic. The group, whose now defunct website was registered on July 16th, was in Washington for a White Coat Summit, after which some of the doctors met with Vice President Mike Pence. All the physicians we fact-checked have a history of making unproven, conspiratorial, or bizarre medical claims. So we have Dr. Stella Emanuel is a Houston-based primary care physician and minister. In the video, she claims that the coronavirus has a cure. It's known as hydroxychloroquine, zinc, zithromax. Emanuel said, I know you people want to talk about a mask. Hello, you don't need a mask. There is a cure. She has a Texas medical license with specialties in pediatrics and emergency medicine. She says she's been practicing medicine in the United States or Canada for 24 years. She received her medical degree in Nigeria. Okay, here we go. She makes several outlandish medical claims. Among them, medical problems like cysts are caused by sex with spirit husbands and spirit wives. DNA from aliens is being used in medicine, and scientists are developing vaccines to prevent people from being religious. Wow. More recently, Emmanuel's doubled down on hydroxychloroquine, which has not proven treatment or cure. If you have taken hydroxychloroquine and you have been cured, it's time to speak up, she said. Dr. Dan Erickson is a California-based osteopath who co-owns an urgent care clinic. In the video, he claims that the state lockdowns have little effect on the coronavirus fatality rate. Erickson co-owns an urgent care, blah, 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 blah. In May, Erickson appeared with Dr. Artan Masihi, co-owner of blah, 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 a video called Plandemic, which is filed with conspiracy theories about the coronavirus pandemic. In it, they claim that stay-at-home orders and face masks are not necessary because they weaken your immune system. The doctors made similar assertions in April. The American College of Emergency Physicians and American Academy of Emergency Medicine condemned Erickson and Massey's claims, saying that they strongly advise against using any statements of Dr. Erickson and Massey as a basis for policy or decision making. Simone Gold. We won't go through. We'll just find out what their background is. Wolves been involved in a drive aimed at mobilizing doctors that believe states should reopen faster. The Save Our Country Coalition, which seeks to raise millions of dollars, is backed by advocates linked to several conservative organizations, including the Freedom Works Foundation and the Tea Party Patriots. See, the thing that bugs me about these kind of people is these are people that don't give a fuck about your country at all. Like, these are people that don't give a goddamn F. What they care about is padding their wallets. This is literally a job for her. She knows the shit she's pushing is goddamn lies, but she doesn't give a shit because there's no repercussions for her to say stupid stuff. It's ridiculous. But it's the same with all of these people. They don't give a fuck. It's all about putting money in their pockets. Because there's super PACs involved here and everything. There's money pouring into that. So, anyways, whatever. We're getting political. But more on the cure part of it. I mean, you're an idiot if you... they're...
Patients for years.
Is 60...
Yeah. Earth is seriously flat. He's dumb. Dummy. Dumb boy.
Because that's where we are. Our soul is probably up there. And they want to cancel that, and now we're going to be...
Anyways, I've been going for over 2 hours. It's time we start to wind this baby down. I got things I got to do. I've made promises to little boys with big sappy eyes that want hot dogs over fires, okay? And I made a promise that my wife, that I would feed them in the next 45 minutes from now, they would be fed. So I got to get my ass going. I do appreciate the super chats that have come my way, and just in case I missed any, I'm just going to go over them real quickly. And again, as I've said before, it's all, I mean, in general, I spend, I think, more than I ever make off the channel, so it all goes back into the channel, and it's all appreciated, okay? It's not expected. So we got Minus gave $10. Thank you very much, Minus. That's very generous. Smash the like button. I agree. If you're in here and you haven't already, hit that like button. If you've already hit it, try not to hit it twice. I know it's tempting. 2 thumbs up is all I'd ever want. But you know what? Just to try to avoid hitting it twice. It's not good for the algorithm. You know, it skews the votes if you give me 2 of them, you know? No, it unchecks it if you don't actually know I'm making a joke, everybody. So don't do that, please. MC Tune, $4.99. Okay, got the pickles as requested. Thank you very much again for your donation. Bella Charge, $5 New Zealand, whatever the hell those Kiwi things are. They're probably worth as much as a Canadian dollar, let's face it. Thank you very much. B-Ball for Life, 5 Americanos. It's just like the no shoes, no shirt. That was the comment. And Stringer News wanted his fabulous. And for all of you, I will give you a fabulous.
Been fabulous.
You guys have been fabulous. And, okay, so just to hit the comments real quick here. He was trolling for a fabulous. My chat stream was way back. It's not that far back, actually. It's doing okay. I'll get your ass going. Craven with all the dirty comments. Love it. Can't go anywhere without it. You keep me going, buddy. Brave, you need an Arnold soundboard. Ah! Get down! Brainy's off to love some little boys. That is definitely not the way I would describe that string of news, but I love the way that you put that because it's hilarious. Don't be late for dinner. I gotta get the fire started. Non sequitur, heist all. Good job, buddy. Ahoy, Captain. That's Streamlabs. I'm reading things I don't need to. Hey, listen, you guys better stop heisting at some point here because you're gonna lose. I don't know. I'm gonna turn it off, and I don't know what happens. I don't know how it goes down. I think it goes for a little bit. Just you get cut off at some point. Go enjoy your family. Why is there no music in the background? Because this is a boring stream. There we go. Okay, listen. So I haven't updated the outro, but I'm going to play it anyways because it's an awesome outro, but I need to put new names in it and make sure it's all updated. Holy shit. Did you mean to do that, NANA? I think... Are you sure? Okay. Was that supposed to be 666 NANA? Because if it was, like, there's a way to refund that. And I won't blame you for doing that, okay? Because I've never seen you give somebody 6660. So just, I'm going to wait here until you respond to me about that. And I know for a fact that that's what you intended. Because if you didn't intend that, I would be like, I have to tell you to take that back if you didn't mean to do that, dude. That is... See, like, what? Because I think I asked the same question of Minus when he gave me the large donation last week. Or a couple weeks ago. I guess it was almost a month ago now. Holy shit. NA. Hey, you gotta talk to me, bro. Hail Satan, by the way, but I don't think you meant to, seriously. And don't say you did if you didn't. I can't. Yes, that is right. Holy shit. Okay, well, holy crap. Thank you very much, NANA. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. It's, I mean, you know, that's like literally like after you convert that, I mean, it's like that's a portion of my grocery buy right there. So, I mean, it makes a big difference, man. All of you guys, I don't mean to make, but I mean, I just didn't expect $66. So if I seem a little flabbergasted, I apologize to the previous donators. But yeah, honestly, thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate you guys being here. I enjoy this, and if it's been a little light on content over the summer, I do apologize. Probably could have had the video that I'm working on done by now if I wasn't trying some new things, but you know, trying to spread my wings a little bit as a content creator is what I'm also trying to do, and I don't want to just have the predictable same old because I'm trying to, you know, trying to get better at editing, and I think it's getting easier and easier. No, you thought it was like $1. No, I think I said it was 100. No, because I was blown away at some point. I knew it was 100, but either way, it was like, I thought, or maybe I thought you meant to give $1 and you gave 100. That's what it was. Either way, I was like, holy shit. So anyways, anytime that happens, I'm just a little shocked, okay? So why you crazy people would spend that kind of money on me? $5,000 Canadian. I mean, basically what it does is, okay, so the amount I pay is 30% on YouTube. And when you give me American money, the difference in our currencies is about 30 or so percent. So what it actually does is it makes it really simple math for me. Essentially, when you give me an American dollar, I get a Canadian dollar out of YouTube. Like they give me 1 Canadian for every 1 American I get. It's almost like perfect. Like it's like mathematically so little difference right now currently with the current exchange rate that I literally just like, you gave me 66.60. Because after YouTube takes their cut, that is literally what I'll get out of that. So, and of course, you know, like B-Ball gave me $5, Stringer News gave me $5, McToon gave me $4.99, whatever the hell that is. I'm kidding. Why is one $4.99 and the other ones are $5? It doesn't make sense, does it? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And Minus gave me 10 American. Somehow he's in Europe, and he explained to me that he actually has to pay more money to give me less money if he does it in his own currency. So that's something different that I've never experienced. So that's why minus, even though he should be using some sort of like Deutsch thing or some garbage currency. I'm just kidding. He knows I'm joking. But yeah, he's supposed to be using some Deutschies or something like that. Anyways, but listen, I'll talk all day. Oh my God, NANA. I really appreciate it. Hail Satan. It can't be said enough. And you get another fabulous for that. As well as a blah, 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 blah. And I need more soundboard sounds. So, we can't get Dell anymore, though. We need to find old clips of Dell to make Dell cows. Would you say it's a loony? It is a loony. $1 a loony. That's exactly what we call them. Loonies and toonies. And then after that, it's 5, 10. But a loony is like, if I ask for a loony, I'm asking for a $1 coin. And we don't have dollar bills, so I mean, I'm just asking for $1. Can I have a loony, please? Thanks. So yeah, it's true. Anyways, I better get out of here. The time is clicking away. I've made promises. I better keep them. I really want to. And honestly, again, guys, I just really appreciate it, okay? So, thank you much. Sorry about the horrible, horrible free music that I play every time you guys come see me. And to anybody else that was streaming that I may have wandered over top of their streaming, like I think I don't know if I saw Ilya out there or something streaming, but either way, I apologize to anybody. And I love you all. I'm going to leave. You're 15 seconds behind me, so, you know, I'll still be here probably for 15 seconds to see the comments. But bye-bye. Love you. Thank you.